you doing, guys? And welcome to another episode of Analysis. Wow, what can I say about the fight? Usyk has shown that he's definitely the best heavyweight of this era. I'm not going to say the best generational heavyweight. I'm just going to stick to this era because there's a lot of different things to factor in. And probably like top 5 or 10 of this generation. Let's get into the fight. Round one, well, from the ring walk, when Dubois walked out, he did come out believing that he was going to come into this fight and just steamroll through Usyk. Because that's what he's been told by Don Charles. They've just led him to believe that all you need to worry about is chaos and power. You're just going to walk through him. But Usyk, he come out ice cold. They had the meet in the middle, touch gloves. Now, Dubois did come out to try and cause damage, but quickly realised this was a completely different fight than any of the other fights he's fought before. And Usyk, he was hitting him with the jab, stepping around. And what I liked, Usyk was moving to his right, round by Dubois' left, and coming round and just hooking him round, waving his hands in front of Dubois, and basically just mentally draining him. Dubois, he didn't have that emergency to come forward like he said he was going to do and bring the chaos. He didn't have that. Now, come the second round, he tried again, but Usyk was just far too smart, stepping around to his right, catching him, and he kept doing that for a while, stepping around to his right, waving his hand in front of Dubois' face, and just a lot of feints, just keeping Dubois from actually just rushing in. And I think when he did hit Dubois, on the times he did hit Dubois, he hurt him. I think they were hurtful punches, but they weren't the punches meant. The punches weren't meant to knock him out. They were hurtful punches. Now, it was around the third round that I noticed Dubois started to slow down. And as soon as he started to slow down, it wasn't nothing that you could notice straight away, but as soon as he started to slow down, Usyk stepped it up. Usyk started to introduce the backhand. So as well as going around to the right and stepping off and catching him, when he was up close, he was using his feet, but not to run away. He was standing inside close, and he was hitting him with straight jabs and straight backhand. So I think he was just luring Daniel in to a false sense of security, because Daniel then started to put on the pressure and started to give it a go. And it was in this, I think it was in this third round that I first saw him use what he called the Ivan punch. That Ivan punch. And he just come round with it and come round and hit Daniel. When they went back to the third to the corners after the third, Daniel was sitting on his stool, and then I could see he was starting to gas and he was starting to blow hard. Now, when they come out for the fourth, the pressure was up a bit more. I think in the third, Daniel went for it as well, but still, so far, I had Usyk winning all the rounds. The first round was close, but I still had Usyk winning every round. And the fourth, he started to use that punch more, that overhand right, his Ivan punch. He started to use that more. He used it twice, I think, in the fourth. And he was stepping around and using that right. Kept always going to Daniel's right and moving from left to right, back and forth. He just tiring Daniel out. And I think at this point, it wasn't the punches, it was more the mental fatigue. I think Daniel was starting to realise that he didn't have the grip on this fight like he wanted. And I think mentally, his confidence was gradually being taken away. And then when they come out in the fifth, and Usyk, he knocked him down twice, by memory, I think they were both the left-hand punch. Now, Daniel went down, but he did get back up. And then on the second knockdown, he hit Daniel. His gum shield just comes straight out of his mouth. Daniel dropped. And I think for a while, Daniel didn't know where he was. He looked in his corner. Now, the ref was going to stop the fight anyway. And his corner threw the towel in, but the ref had already made his decision up and waved. He actually counted. And I think he must have got to 9. I think Daniel went to get up, but the fight was waved off. And Daniel walked back to his corner. All through the press conference, all they were concentrating on is the past. To be fair, Don Charles let that go. He didn't go on about that. But his attitude in the previous press conferences and that, and the weigh-in, and I just thought his attitude was bad. He just kept constantly calling Usyk a liar and ungodly, and just saying a lot of things that was uncalled for. And I think when Usyk uttered them words, "Don't push the horses," and they asked him what, and he said, "Don't push the horses." And I've since been seeing that actually was like kind of just relax, ease back, don't push it. I think they just, to be fair, they got Usyk mad, and he wanted to hurt the boy. He wanted to knock him out. He actually said he was going to knock him out. Wow, it was a good fight, and I know that Parker wants to fight Usyk now. Usyk said he's going to go away, have about 3 months off. He wants to spend time with his family and decide what he wants to do. And yeah, I hope he does come back, and I hope he does fight Parker, and then we'll see where the landscape lies then. For Daniel, he needs a rebuild, and I'm not sure. I don't know the full facts, but I'm not sure about his dad. It depends a lot on his dad, but I think his dad, I'm beginning to see it now, and that's probably why his sister went her separate ways. His dad's into this for his own gratitude as well, not just for his son. It's for his own self-satisfaction and gratitude. We'll see what happens. Guys, peace. I'm out of here.
If you like the video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe.